Because too young, because not experience, and unfortunately for them, they have been all wrong. All the ones, you know, that they have the truth and they have the answer for everything. So in English, I would say F off to all of them.
You know, now that I'm rewatching that video, what if we were all playing checkers while Maresca was playing chess? What if we all thought that was the media, but it was actually intended for the directors? What's up, everybody? Welcome. Delayed round of applause. Welcome. What's going on, everyone? Come on in. Happy New Year's to those of you who are already in the new year. And we'll be celebrating the new year in the UK, obviously, in 50 minutes. And I said, why not? Let's do a Chelsea hour into the new year. Because maybe, who knows, guys? Who knows? Maybe, just maybe, Chelsea turn it around in January. Maybe this is just a phase, you know? Maybe. But I'm not optimistic. I'm just trying to be optimistic in that case. But maybe, you never know. No, life can be funny sometimes. Football is a funny sport. Football is footballing. The game is the game, and football is a humbler. And many people have said many of those things, and I'm feeling a lot of them. But big up to every single one of you. Be sure to smash in the like on your way in. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Welcome to Casually FC. Welcome to the Chelsea Hour, where we pretty much talk on Chelsea for about an hour. And we have a little bit of a nice Chelsea therapy today, because I think everyone in the Chelsea fan base is pretty much thick in the head or down in the dumps. It's just no in between nowadays. But thank you so much for coming on in and spending your final year of our final hour of the year here on Casually FC. We do appreciate you guys, and by we I mean me, myself, and I, as I pretty much run the whole operation here. But big up to everyone, and thank you for the wonderful year you have given this channel in terms of growth and in terms of building a community. I feel like we have a pretty consistent crowd here. I'm very familiar with a lot of you guys, and I will read the chat in a moment. Do not think I'm ignoring you. I just want to get a little bit of a flow out before we go ahead and catch up with the chat. But yeah, big up to the chat as well. Big up to every single one of you consistently show up, and for the great year that we've had here on Casually FC. A lot more room for growth and a lot more room for improvement on my end as well. So we'll be doing that, and we'll be, you know, getting better as the years goes on. We're like a fine wine here, okay? Get better with age. And as so, the channel will also be improving slightly shortly, I should say. So be on the lookout for that stuff, guys. But we do have a 5K goal going into the new year. We'll continue it. So let's try to get the 5K subscribers. So if you're new here, subscribe, like, share, all that fun stuff. Hype up the video if you have some high points to spare. And thank you for spending the final year of your 2025 with us here on Casually FC. But ladies and gents, you're here to listen to some Chelsea therapy. You're here to listen to me probably talk about Chelsea and share some thoughts on Chelsea. And yeah, we'll get right into that. Obviously today, news broke out that, or PR, I should say, broke out that Maresca and the board, high tensions at Chelsea right now with Enzo Maresca. Things aren't looking good for Enzo. If results don't turn around, he could potentially lose his job by the end of January. All types of things. And you know what, guys? You know what? Fuck it. But, right, Maresca? Right? Fuck it. At this point, it'd be a blessing if Maresca did stay. To be fair, my honest analysis on this whole situation, I don't think he gets sacked until the end of the season. Even if he does get sacked, I don't even know if it'll be a sacking. It might be the same thing with the Pochettino, where it's just mutually agreed to part ways, right? And listen, I don't blame Enzo Maresca. People want to say Maresca out, Maresca this. I'm sorry. That's just such a simple way of thinking about it. And no, you know what? I shouldn't say that, because to be fair to people who are saying Maresca out, I understand, because it's not necessarily the decisions on the pitch and what's happening tactically. It's more so that the results haven't been good. We can't get rid of the directors. We can't get rid of the owners. We can't get rid of the whole entire squad. So the only thing we can do if things go downhill and we want things to go upwards again, the only thing that can really change is the manager. So sacking Maresca until you get it right, which, fine. You wanted to do that under Roman. At the state of what the club is right now, and there's a whole can of worms I'm going to dissect with this, but big up the raid, big up the Bridge Nation Invasion. Big up, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Hopefully your stream went well, my friend. We'll be catching up with the chat very soon. If you're coming over from the Bridge Nation, be sure to also the Bridge Nation your way to the like button, the Bridge Nation your way to the subscribe, bell notification, hype up the video, all that good stuff. As I was saying though, in terms of the manager, sacking him until you get it right, because literally it's the only thing you can do. You can't change the whole team. The team is shit, but you can't change the whole team, right? The directors aren't going to go anywhere, which that's the issue I see. The main issue is the directors and Iqbali, to be honest. I honestly, more so Iqbali than anything. We'll get into it. But I get it from that perspective. I understand that the manager is good enough. I understand that the manager can get results. He has his flaws like any manager. And right now he's making mistakes. He's been making mistakes. He's learning on a job. And to be fair, that's the manager we hired. And this is the best manager we've had under this ownership. So if we're going in the right direction, let's just stick with it and see if results can turn around. We've been in worse situations, and that's kind of where I'm at with not wanting to sack Maresca. I do think he's a good manager. I do he deserves to stick around and prove that he can get out of this. I think he deserves to be backed better by better players, which again goes back to the model directors, owners, right? But in terms of just Maresca, listen, he's going through a bad month. It is what it is. Turn it around in January, and then we'll see what happens. Because that's football, right? Like people were saying in the beginning of the season, Arne Slot, you know, or not actually, no. People were saying in the beginning of the season, champions mentality and scruffing up the win and all this and that, hey ho. And then a month later in September, Slot sacked, or Slot to be on the verge of the sack and all this and that. Football is very fickle in that sense. So it's going to flip-flop. We understand that. But Maresca, when you look at the big picture, Maresca hasn't been the issue. The fact that Maresca actually achieved what he's achieved with this poor quality of a built team, which again, I'm being harsh because there are really good players in there, but at the same time, there's very poor ones as well, and a lot of misses, right? When you look at that, in the grand scheme of things, he has overachieved. You can't sit here and name me another championship manager that has gotten top 4, won a conference league or European trophy, right? A championship manager who has come from a championship, taken a team to win a European trophy, a top 4, and Club World Cup. And I'm going to say this right now, because I was just thinking about this. Like, who the fuck are we as fans of football? Like, I'm sorry, I'm doing a 180 real quick. I'm going on a side rant here. For those of you who want to downplay Club World Cup, okay, whatever. You can argue the validity or the history of the tournament, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. How? When the fuck did 100 million pounds become a joke to people? Like, you think that's just no money? Like, it's a huge prize pool. You don't think teams are gonna take that shit seriously? It's a fucking serious tournament. Why the fuck would they put that much money into a tournament if it wasn't to be taken seriously? It's not comparable to the Audi Cup of friendly you win in the summer. It's not comparable to Tiger Cup. It's not of some fucking community shield, which people want to pretend it is. No, there's a fucking gigantic prize pool on the fucking line. It's not a joke. I would kill for just $1 million. You think 100 million is a joke? I'm sorry. Wait. Sorry. Digressing. Let me, let me calm down. Sorry. Listen, I'm just grateful for my position in life, and 100 million. Woo, 1 million would be great, and I think a lot of you agree with me on that. So yeah, that shit ain't no joke thing. I'm telling you that right now. Okay, let me catch up with chat real quick, because I took a quick tangent there, and then let's talk about the bigger issue and talking about what's gonna happen at Chelsea here. Okay, Pierre Romero, thank you so much. Happy New Year, everybody. We're not there yet. If you're in the UK, we're 40 minutes away. But I'm here to help you get through the last hour. And I do appreciate you guys from the UK watching as well. Listen, hearing an American talk about your sport, your team, your local team is probably not an easy thing. I'll admit that. But bless that you've given me a chance and you supported me and tune into the shows and, you know, like my opinion enough to tolerate it for all these years, months, days, or weeks that you've been here. So big up to you guys, as always. You know, we don't give the chat enough a round of applause, I feel. So there you go, guys. Big up to you guys. All those months of smashing the like button and years of smashing the like button goes a long way, guys. So big up to you guys. Enzo is gone. Sad times. Ain't no way. Hold on. Am I really? I'm gonna check Twitter real quick. I'm gonna go to PYS, because if anyone's gonna be awake at these crazy hours and report crazy news, it would probably be PYS. Now, 26 minutes ago, Chelsea in discussion with Enzo Maresca, with doubts and tensions intensifying tonight. Key hours, according to Fabrizio. Enzo Maresca has fell out with Begdad Bali, according to Alex Crook. Breaking, Enzo Maresca is considering resigning as Chelsea head coach, according to Sky Cow at 47 minutes ago. Wow. Someone tell Begdad Bali his favorite club model just signed a 34-year-old. Pascal Gross from Dortmund. Okay. Maresca kept asking for a center back. Okay, so this is okay. So fresh news. Things are getting really heated at Chelsea, and there's a possibility Maresca walks. So I'm changing the stream title to New year, same Chelsea. Also, just realized the thumbnail. I'm doing the same exact thing that Maresca's doing in the background. Oh shit, bro. All right, New Year, same Chelsea. Maresca to walk. Okay. Well, this changes a lot of things for today's show. We're going to talk about Maresca potentially walking away, which is kind of essentially essentially kind of the whole cusp of what I was going to talk about today. So Maresca leaving, or I should say resigning. Never mind, I should say resigning. Thank you, chat. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What a bumba. What a bumba. Okay, chat, thank you. You guys are not lying. So there's that. Okay, I gotta change it on YouTube. Anyways, let's keep reading chat. I'll catch up with you guys right now. Let me change all this. Boom. All right. Happy New Year, Jeremy. Thank you so much. Maresca announcement tomorrow. Very possibly. Very possibly. Like I said, he, or I haven't said this today, but he did just get a new agent in Jorge Mendes, which you start putting the pieces together and you start thinking, okay, he actually might be starting to make the move now. He might be considering his way out, which means things haven't been going well since the summer. And like I said, in Maresca's defense, which I think is deserved, he didn't get backed in the summer with positions he was asking for. And even with the whole winger situation, bro, what kind of fucking wingers did you get him? Garnacho is shit. All of us knew that. We all said that. We all had our doubts. Some of us more than others. I was open to the idea of like, okay, well, let's try it. I don't like it, but let's try it. And now we're seeing what we're seeing. Same thing with Gittins. We knew we paid too much, yet these owners did it anyways. Oh, same time as you, Marshall, Eastern Time, Montreal. All right, cool. Happy New Year, my friend Neil Garner. Big up Coco. Appreciate y'all. The New Year's bumba we did not expect and want, but Igbali runs my club. Yeah, Igbali, I got beef with you, bro. Pure profit. He's ass. I don't care. Well, we're gonna learn real soon if he actually was a problem or not, my friend. Pure profit. Yes, yes, it's become that, unfortunately. Maresca is about to get sacked for real. Wow. Yep. Not Maresca out, but it feels like the moment he faced adversity, he folded. You know what, CFC M3, you gotta start not you, just you. I just think people in general just need to, when you start seeing a pattern, you need to then from there come to a conclusion. That's the way I run. That's the way I've always been, which is why, like, from the very beginning, I wasn't all blue co out and all this bullshit, right? Because I don't like to come from a place of guessing. I like to study the game and then, all right, cool. Now that I know what I'm talking about, these are the facts. This is what I think is going to happen. None of this predicting and stuff. It's more just based on what I've seen. This is what I think is going to happen. And now that there's enough evidence, Pochettino, Maresca season 1, Maresca season 2, it makes sense why Poch wanted to fucking leave in the first place. And you know what?
I am not a clown.
In hindsight, guys, I think, yeah, I probably was too harsh on Poch. Because now we're seeing the deeper issue is the directors. Look, Maresca was willing to work with you for a season, right? Poch wasn't even willing to do that. Poch, after one season, said he had enough. Fair enough. Okay, whatever. Maresca said, okay, one season, let's do it. Let's see what we can do. Gets overachieves, in my opinion, like I said. And then, what does he get for it? More criticism than ever before, to be honest. Smash the like. It helps the channel grow, obviously, guys. We know that. So smash up, please. Raid pure profit. Thank you, the Bridge Nation. Well. Look who called it months ago. Was catching backlash. Awkward conversations. You gotta specify what you called. That Maresca was gonna get sacked, or that our team was gonna suck. I don't know. You gotta give me the specifics there. Profitable raid, perhaps. I wish. Thank you for the sub, Seal. He deserves to be backed. How? Get him players that they didn't get for Poch. The thing is, okay, Vic, if Poch had stayed, I don't think Poch would have even gotten backed. That's the problem. That's the problem. And to be fair to Poch, to be fair to Poch, maybe that was why he walked out. Maybe, but to be fair to Poch as well, or to be fair to the ownership, you know what you signed up for. But I think not only did Maresca know what he signed up for and Poch know what he signed up for, I think it's getting worse. And I think the goalpost is shifting more and more. You know what I'm saying? So what was bad for Potter, it got worse for Poch, then it got worse for Enzo, and now it's getting worse for Enzo even more. And I think there's a lot of factors. Enzo resigned. Yeah, I saw that. He is part of the issue, along with players not good enough, the sporting directors, etc. Sure, you could say he's part of the issue, but I think he's only like 10% of the issue. I think the other 90% is just everything else. So like for me, making a drastic change for a 10% improvement doesn't seem worth it. And even then, it's not even going to be a 10% improvement. It's probably going to be like 7 or 6 because, like I said, every manager has their deficiencies. People didn't like Jose because it was fossil football and no attacking prowess, all this and that. You want to say, for example, Rosignol is struggling right now in form. I can't analyze him much deeper. Xavi Alonso can't figure out, like any other manager, how to work with freaking a bloated squad and with Vinicius and Mbappe. Like, I can go on and on and on. Every manager is going to have their downfalls. Tuchel was heavily criticized for the football that he has. I have a panelist on my panel every day who just rated me, who thinks he's a terrorist. So it's just like, there's just no manager that's going to make anyone happy. When the reality is that, like, did we acquire in the window? Did we acquire goal scoring wingers? Esteval, that's it. Who else? We didn't. And that's what Maresca needs for the system, doesn't he? If you want to do this system-based football, right, Blueco? You have to back the system then. You pick the manager, you pick the style of play, now support it. No, instead, they want to continue to do the invest in the youth to resell. They want to do the profit model. Well, last year, they were like, oh, well, we want to do the profit, but we need to chop and change everything and get these other players out. And then the year before that, well, let's splash on some core players. Every year, the transfer strategy is different. Every year, we splash cash on so many signings and none, I shouldn't say none. Very, like, what, 2 signings that actually help improve the first team? And those 2 signings weren't even good for us in this season. And I'm talking about João Pedro and Garnacho. Because those are supposed to be first team player signings, aren't they? João Pedro hasn't been good enough. Garnacho is nowhere near good enough. Gittins is a development signing. We knew that when we signed him. He's a young player. Buenanote, that was money laundering. Let's just call it what it is. That was a money laundering scheme now in hindsight. It looked like it back then, and I was like, it probably is, but maybe there's something cooking under the you know, the scheme. No, it is exactly what you saw. It's exactly what it is. It was a money laundering scheme to help out Brighton in a tough PSR situation. It's right as day now. So it's just like, again, like, there's so many issues that we're overlooking because the easy thing to do is sack the manager. And at this point, guys, you're not wrong either. Sack the manager because there's nothing else that can change. The only thing that can change right now, we can immediately do to the club that can cause a change, whether good or bad, is sacking the manager. We can't get rid of the whole entire first team. We already rebuilt. We can't get rid of the directors. They're in power, and they got a contract extension as well. And now I'm starting to think, oh, it's because they made a model that I can profit off of. Investment firm, Clear Lake Capital, Baghdad Bali, and Feliciano. Oh. No, DHL, at this point, I don't care what you guys do with the club. 100 mil used to mean something. Yeah, it used to mean something, I guess. The fact that a rookie manager like Maresca is threatening to leave, it shows how bad the issues are at Clear Lake. We have the most egotistical ownership in Europe. And I don't disagree, Coco. You are probably on the money on that one. Marshall doing Maresca out live stream. Let's fucking go. Yeah, in a sense, I'm doing Maresca out. I kind of just want to see the world burn right now, HA. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let's end 2025 on a bang. Just watch Chelsea implode, because that's essentially what's gonna happen. A tournament that was created 2 years ago is not a serious tournament. For a championship manager, Vic, I think Sean Dyche. I think, who else? Who are some championship managers, guys? I think Sean Dyche, Karen McKenna, Steve Cooper. I think a lot of these managers would die for a European trophy, even if it's just a conference league. That was my point, Vic. Big up Marshall, Happy New Year. Thank you, 103 days. You too as well. Subscribe, guys. He's 100% resigning. He ain't waiting for 3 people he doesn't respect to grade him. It will be done in 20. Yep, Alhambra. I don't disagree. That's actually a really good point. You're fucking spitting on that one. I ain't gonna lie. Sup, Xtal, big up. Let's go, Marshall Maresca outstream. Yeah, sure. I am vindicated. Yeah, I don't remember what you said, DHL, but remind me, and yeah, I'll be fair. We won't let him resign. He needs a P45. Happy New Year's. To shame how out of touch your board is. Yeah, my board. It's great. Fucking causing me to have a therapy hour at the end of the year. It's great. Maresca was brought in to train talents and make them superstars. Why are you lot always crying and backing Maresca? He failed at player development. Can you tell me what manager can come in and improve every single... Okay, maybe not even every single, but like the majority of scrubs and turn them into like elite players? Because as far as I'm aware, Maresca's done a pretty good job. Like, we can go player for player, and I can tell you, well, it's all subjective, and you're probably not going to agree with me on a lot of things, but there's plenty of players that have improved under Maresca, so I don't think it's that either. And there's also a patience factor too. Watch Marshall say context. I don't know what you even said. I forgot, dude. Okay. Smash the like, up legend. Yep. Thank you, Piramero. Smash up the likes, people. Really appreciate it. Leeds, Sunderland, Bournemouth, home, away, Brentford. You don't get to talk about signings. PSG, Barcelona. Like, we don't have to talk about just the negatives, right? We can also talk about the good results, because, again, big teams lose against small teams all the time. Do you want me to read you Pep Guardiola's first few games in charge of City? Like, again, like you want me to tell you Unai Emery's first 6 games? Should he have gotten sacked? Again, it's different standards, I get it, but one result in the grand scheme of things, or a few result in the grand scheme of things, that's not how we're going to view football. Because no manager would survive at Chelsea if that's ever going to view football. No manager would survive in any job, or even take the job, if 6, 7, 8 games out of 38 game season is going to determine, and not even 38 games, that's just a regular season. That's not including Champions League games. It's not including Carabao Cup, FA Cup. There's so many factors. So to simply put it to just these games, I think is too simplistic. And even in HA, if we're thinking like this, you would have sacked Tuchel as well, because Tuchel not being able to beat West Brom, I think, is atrocious, right? But I don't want to sack him after that. But it is what it is. We just have difference of opinions. Gabriel Lemo, what are we saying here? Maresca's about himself and ego. Could have waited till summer, but wanting to walk out knowing the team is in a bad state. Like he's running and keeping his Club World Cup ego, then fixing problems. I mean, yeah, sure, you can look at it that way, but to be fair, Maresca don't know the Chelsea fan base shit. This Chelsea fan base, for the most part, have not liked him from the get-go. And it's as a result of the board. They booed him yesterday. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's if he wants to go for himself and his ego, then by all means, do it. I don't think this fan base deserves Maresca anyways. They barely deserve Tuchel. We all were too harsh on him in hindsight. Didn't think it was this bad. I am shocked. Are you talking about Pochettino, JL Coates? Because, yeah, I agree, man. Marshall, Poch played Chile B left wing. We weren't harsh enough. I mean, yes, that is sacrilege. I do understand that. However, Maresca does oddly similar things with our players. Not as bad, but with our players. Tariq George striker, Reece James in midfield, Malo Gusto midfield, Malo Gusto in the 10. God damn, I've seen that a few times now. Pedro Neto as a striker. Not as bad, like I said, not as bad, but still not. Listen, for the most part, a lot of it did work out, in my opinion, and I see the vision, but there was no real vision with Podge. It was more like, let's try this and see what happens, right?
I am not a clown.
I'm DHL, by the way. You have tried to call me out numerous times for my takes. I told you when things were good that we were unconvinced and Maresca will be sacked and we will fall off. Oh, well, in that case, you called it. I'm surprised that he is going to get sacked. I thought this ownership were going to, no matter what, just wait. No matter what, from a profiting standpoint, it makes more sense for us to do that. We would really lose out on a lot of things if we sacked him right now and got an interim manager. Last time we got an interim manager was Frank Lampard, and we couldn't win a single game. You know, like from a smart point of view, it's probably better cost efficient wise to just, you know what? I'm just going to be the sound of the year. It's probably better if we just wait until the end of the season to sack him. It would be more efficient if we built the team based off of the new manager that's going to take over. We should probably take the time for the rest of the season to find a brand new manager to fit into our model. The AI stats show us that we're better off getting these players instead of the players the manager wants. It would be best to know what kind of system you see what I'm saying? Like, it's just, from a profiting standpoint, it would make sense for them to just wait. And to be fair to them, they've always been patient when it comes to sacking managers. They were willing to wait until the end of the season to do these things. So it looks more like Maresca's gonna leave versus him getting sacked. They're gonna spin it as they sacked him. But in reality is he's most likely walking away. And I don't, you know what? I would hate to have Maresca's job. I would hate to have Maresca's job. It's plain and simple. Well, okay. Hold on. Take the money out of it. Okay? Because the money would be great. Let's not lie. The money would be fantastic. But from like this is my passion and this is what I want to do for a living and this is what I live and die for, the game, the beautiful game of football that I love, I would hate that job. I would hate that job because you have these two bozo nobodies and a bozo out of touch hedge fund owner trying to tell me how to coach and do my job every day at the end of every game. I have to sit there like a nice little young Italian boy, listen to everything Begdad and Bali and fucking Win Stanley and Lawrence Stewart heard from a podcast, a footballing podcast, and yeah, I need to take advice from those motherfuckers. Have a day off. He wasn't back, but at some point you got to work with what you have, and as a manager, it is your job to find a way out of the slump. That's what I mean. Yeah, listen, M3, you're not wrong, man. It's just that, and again, like, if Maresca were to stay, I think we do get out of the slump. I don't think we're going to challenge for the title, obviously. But yeah, I think he does get out of it. But I just don't think with the way we're building this team, like there's only so much you can do with the squad. You know what I'm saying? Even if you got 100% out of everyone, there's only so much you can do. Like, I think Gittins is a patience thing. He's not going to show out this season, maybe next season. He's young. You can see the talent. He needs to develop. We don't have time. Garnacho, he's supposed to be much more developed than Gittins. Bro, I think there's a ceiling with that kid. I don't think he's good enough. So there's players like that where like he's already trying to get the best out of them, and I don't think they're good enough. And I'll even throw in Enzo in that, guys. I'll be so real. I think we overpaid for Enzo. I said this from the way beginning. Way beginning. But more and more that it's happening, the more and more that we're seeing it, like the more and more that I feel like Enzo just doesn't impact games enough. Genuinely. Like even if outside of the goal scoring, because you got to give credit. Goals and assists, obviously, are important. But I'm trying not to get distracted by chat. I'm sorry, guys. But you also have to impact the game. You have more talent. You've shown more talent in the past, and you're not doing it for Chelsea. So, yeah, we'll see. If you look at Igbali, he looks like a heel. He definitely does. Holy shit, we doing this again? I don't even know. Yes, 10%. I meant that. So wait, Pep only brings an extra 10%. That's what a manager is worth in your mind, Marshall. You're willing to talk nonsense just to support Maresca? No, that's not what I'm saying. You're misunderstanding me. I'm not saying that Maresca brings 10% to the table. I'm not saying that Pep brings 10% to the table. What I'm saying is, if you look at the issue, let's just look at City, for example. What is the issue with City? Well, there are really issues, but if you really had to be critical of City, where they can improve, where their issues lie, it's in the Rodri replacement, right? It's in the replacement of some of the maybe not good enough defenders that get caught in transition when City do get exposed. And Donnarumma, is he really good enough for what Pep wants to do? Their goal is to go a project with Pep. Okay, that was weird. Okay, you could probably say, okay, Pep should be good enough to play a system without Rodri, but that's only one part of the issue. The bigger issue is the easier solution is if you just get someone that can replace Rodri, a backup to Rodri, and then Pep can still play the way he wants to play. That helps him win games, which is a proven plan. So it's not that big of an issue in the grand scheme of things, when the bigger issue is not getting the backup for Rodri and the recruitment for the defense. So no, everything is a different scenario. So in this scenario, I think there are issues with Maresca, but I think the biggest issue at Chelsea, Maresca is only accountable for about 10% of it. The other majority of the reason why we're in this situation isn't because of Maresca. We're in a better situation because of Maresca, because we got top four, because we won these trophies. We're stuck and stagnating now because he's not getting backed. That's the way I view it. But again, if you want to sack Maresca and see him do well in another club, by all means. And I'm already seeing some of the comments ahead of time, and I'm like, oh my days. All right. No more assets to sell. Ran out of hotels and women's to sell. We have plenty of players to sell, though. Nothing wrong with you. You develop them. There's no time to develop at Chelsea, my friend. Where would we be with the points Maresca lost us? First place? Like, I don't know, Real Gems, because each game is different. There's some games you can blame on Maresca, some games you can just blame on the players. But if you want to, where would we be with the points Maresca's lost us? We'd be undefeated and a perfect team. So you got to be a little more specific. 1 win in 7. Yeah, one bad month, DHL. One bad month from Maresca. Man, remember when everyone wanted Boli out? Now everyone is calling for him to come back. I'll explain my point on that, M3. I ain't gonna lie to you. I believe the whole Abramovich losing the club for Clear Lake to take it was orchestrated. Maybe Real Gems. You got to think about it. What manager would accept working under these conditions? That's what I'm saying, man. I don't want to be micromanaged. I don't want some bozo who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing telling me how to do. Like, that's honestly prime example of it. The other day, someone in the chat was telling me why my channel isn't growing, why all this and that. And then I asked him, do you have a YouTube channel? No, but you could. All right, so why the fuck are you talking to me? I know what my deficiencies are. I know why my channel is the way it is and shit. But why are you, from a place of not having any experience, telling me what I gotta do? I don't go to your job and tell you what you gotta do. I ain't your boss, and I don't have experience doing what you do. So why the fuck would Maresca want to work in an environment that is constantly criticizing him with journalists, with these bozos above me telling me what to do every game? Micromanaging. It's not fun, guys. It's not fun. I think our owners are trying to be revolutionaries by bringing this player trading style to football, which isn't going their way because it's not providing sustainable growth over season. Yeah, I agree vehemently with that, and they're fools for it. Smash the like button. It helps the channel grow. He's been trashed this season, but even with the UCL isn't gone, this got accelerated because of behind the scenes stuff. Yeah. Silly is Marshall Pep only won 6 trophies in 1 season at Barca than everything available other than the UCL at Bayern. But let's compare giving Pep time to. All right, if you want to be reductionist about my takes, then go ahead. I'm not going to entertain it. I'm also done with him. Sets up have been trash most of the season. The drama isn't worth for a novice. These takes are hilarious. Oh, I'm glad you find humor in them. He still has a ton to prove in the league, and he's milking the hell out of UECL and the Club World Cup. It's very obvious. Obvious agent bullshit. You know what, XL? When you say it that way, I understand where you're coming from. Deserve Maresca? Nah, these guys are high. As Maresca is football royalty. He's not, but at the same time, I think he gets overly criticized for the amount of bullshit that the players put him through. Like, I don't know, are you defending Chalaba? Was Chalaba innocent in this whole, run up of games of the season? Was Tosin innocent in all the shit that he's done? Is Maresca's fault? Why? Because that's the way I'm thinking about it, right? So if it's Maresca's fault, then he's the reason why Tosin did all the stupid shit that he did in the beginning of the season, right? Because he couldn't improve him. Then that's also why Chalaba was also shit in the beginning of the season, because he couldn't improve him. Was that why Rob Sanchez had all those bozo moments in the first season, the season prior to this one? Is that then you're saying that's on Maresca, right? Or okay, maybe I'm being reductionist. Maybe you're saying our football could look better. Okay. Maybe it could. Maybe it could look shit. That's as much of a hypothetical than me saying maybe the form improves. Like, what football are you watching that you want to bring to Chelsea? And then let's compare it. Like, is it Como? Is it their football that looks nice to you and you're like, I want to bring that football to Chelsea? That one brings result. Or is it City? Do you want to be like City? Do you want to be like Arsenal? Defensively minded, we're getting results, set piece FC. Can't really create too much, but we still win games. Like, what model do you want if you're not convinced by Maresca's model then? Give me alternatives instead of this reductionist of like, it's just him. Because then we can have a discussion. Because other than that, I'm going to think what I'm going to think unless you tell me what you're thinking and I can try to understand from your point of view. Because again, I'm open-minded about this shit. It doesn't need to be Maresca that becomes the manager that takes Chelsea to the next level. It could be fucking Sean Dyche for all I care. But present me the evidence. Because that's why I say the things I say. Club constantly tells they aren't buying players for a manager. Yeah. Poch saw the model wasn't working, wasn't going to work, so he was happy to leave, and I think Maresca's starting to see it too. I agree, T1. I feel that. Wow, you guys are really chatty today. So I'm going to keep going. The players that they buy are mid, but the process of everything is very consistent. Silly us, Marshall only, Pep only won 6 trophies. Okay. Do you remember Omari Kellyman? £20 million, but never made it to our academy. He's currently valued at £1 million, but plays for Cardiff. The peak money laundering. Yeah, pretty much. So Maresca has mostly himself to blame, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, he did sign up for it. They don't want the guy that's yapping and linking himself to other clubs. He's not leaving. He's getting sacked, bro. Sure. I hope you weren't saying the same thing about Poch. Or I hope you were saying the same thing about Poch, I should say. Because a lot of people are saying, yeah, Poch, stick it to the man. And now that Maresca's doing it, people are talking like, oh, he's yapping up. He shouldn't. Like, what are we doing? Those bozos know Gusto in a 10. He doesn't. I wouldn't be so sure about that, TK. Coach constantly butchering the squad rotation, but that's also an order, not necessarily him. Happy New Year's, everyone. Big Marshall, what's the New Year's resolve? I don't have a resolution. I just do a lot of things. If I had a body lecture me about rotations, I'd want to leave too. Yeah. We fucking made Maresca, Marshall. It's like, imagine I'm playing Sunday League and Chelsea offered me a chance to play for them. How could I then be above the club who took me off the street? I don't think anyone's saying Maresca's above Chelsea. I mean, I did say we don't deserve Maresca because I just don't think this fan base deserves a lot of nice things. You don't know what you got till it's gone. We're seeing it, the Jackson revisionism, the Nani Madueke revisionism, the Thiago Silva revisionism, all types of revisionism. Even right now, even the Pochettino revisionism. Like, people asking for Poch, and Poch knew what he was doing, all this. Conor Gallagher. There's so much revisionism at Chelsea. So much. And like I said, I am not hindsight FC. I am not hindsight 2026. Okay? That's not what I do. I'm not hindsight FC. I could tell you right now, Maresca leaves, Rossignol comes back, we're back into square one, which was last season. Don't know if Rossignol is going to be better or not than Maresca. Don't know if the manager is going to be better or not than Maresca. There's unknowns. I don't know. Right now, Maresca is still in 3 competitions. He can still make top 4, but you want to sack him before, or he's going to resign. This is what I'm saying. Why would you sack him now? Statistically, it doesn't make sense to sack him now. Other than you're just emotional little bitch, you're offended he said this and that. Like, no, because technically, mathematically, statistically, based on the data, Maresca could still turn it around. He could still get top 4. We still have a Champions League winning squad. Blah, 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 all this bullshit. Not Champions League winning squad, I'm sorry. A team that could potentially win the Champions League. We're still involved in this. We beat the best team. You look at the stats, they all favor that, oh, Maresca should be doing this and better. Like, if you look at the stats, the data, that this is the ownership we have, data driven, right? That's why I think Maresca's fed up. I think Maresca's fed up. And honestly, like I said, we don't know him shit. He came here under this shitty model that Pochettino, the more experienced manager, couldn't get a tune out of, and he overperformed. He overperformed. Maresca had no business being in top 4. Maresca had no business being in the winner of a Conference League trophy. And Maresca had no business winning a Club World Cup, winning £100 million for this ownership. No business. Maresca had no business being in those conversations. Being compared to Luis Enrique. It's Maresca. He came from Leicester. He's a championship manager. Do you understand now? I hope that makes sense. So to an extent, he's overperformed. And like I said, if it's working, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's broken right now, but it doesn't mean it can't get fixed. But even if it does get fixed, the model in which we're operating under is very broken. And eventually this is going to happen. So it is what it is. Marshall, you'll see positive today. The year follows momentum. Yeah. 5 more minutes to New Year, by the way, if you're in the UK. So big up to you guys. Thank you for tuning in as usual. He's not a title level manager, Marshall. He finishes 6 points higher than Poch, for fuck's sake. He's not that good. Yeah, fair enough. All right. He's not that good. Enzo, the most average $100 million midfield I've ever seen. Hard to disagree with that. Leeds, Sunderland, Bournemouth, Brentford, Brighton manager is the issue. Sure. I mean, HA, can you tell me what manager you would like? And then, or what manager from previous, let's say like 5 years, 5, 6 years we should have kept? that didn't have bad results against those teams like that you mentioned. Like, again, like, I don't know, HA. I think it's too simple of an analysis. Maresca tried hard to be Pep with youth. Sure. I'm not shedding any tears today. The world champions 2025 bought us a Club World Cup trophy. Let's be happy on New Year's Eve. Yeah, listen, I'm happy. Did the video it did freeze for a second. That was weird. Sir Alex made Scrubs look like world class because of his man management. Okay. Listen, I'm not gonna open a can of worms on Sir Alex Ferguson and man management. But sure, it was a different time. That's all I'll say, DHL. Very different time. Has Enzo Fernandez ever played a match for us where we can clearly and definitively state that he dominated the game and dominated his midfield counterparts? He's so average, it's baffling me. I will let you do that homework because you haven't done it. And you're looking for answers, and I'm not going to provide cheat sheets because there are answers to that. It would require me doing extensive research and showing which games they are because I can't remember 38 plus games every season. I just genuinely can't. So off the top of my head, Taji, off the top of my head, if you want a game, Pochettino, Liverpool, first game of the season, Enzo Fernandez, man of the match, brilliant. And there's probably more matches like that. I just can't think of it off the top of my head, Taji. I'm sorry. Like you gotta look back. If you want to speak facts, you gotta look back and look it up yourself. Big up, Marshall. You must play overlapping fullback. We must play overlapping fullbacks. Yeah, if you want. Still back in Clear Lake? No, Staffy. Not at all. I'm over it now. I think a proper defender would have solved so many things. I agree, bro. I agree so hard with that. Pause. Pause.
What do you mean by that?
Maybe we could go for Fabian Hertzler. We do like a good play. Most overrated manager in top 5 leagues. It's crazy. Sure. Sure. Okay. I don't know how to respond to that because, like, is he overrated? Because it seems like everyone hates him and everyone says his football is shit. All right, 1 minute left to New Year's based on my watch here. Marshall, use your head. If we only had one bad month, we would win the league, brother. Come on, Marshall, you're better than this. Look at the results. DHL, look at the Premier League results. And then compare them to the other teams. There's a reason why we're still, like, in the top 5. Yes, I understand the league's not great, but we're still in conversations to qualify for Champions League. Look at the results. It's simple. I'm not making this shit up. Like, just look at the results. The football hasn't been great all the time. I get it. I'm not disagreeing with you, but the results have been there. Would you believe me if I told you we've only lost one game in December? Like, I could sugarcoat it in a way that makes it look nice and presentable, but it's still shit at the end of the day. Like, it is what it is. It's just, I'm telling you the truth. Marshall, you need to hire RSDs, bruh. I don't want to. I don't want to touch this fan base. I really, genuinely don't. Also, all right, guys, it's time to celebrate. Big up, Happy New Year to the UK fan base. Big up, Happy New Year to you guys. Hopefully, you're celebrating. Happy New Year. Yep. Happy New Year. Do I have anything celebratory? You know what? Fuck it.
Well done. Wow, amazing, brilliant. Well done, super good job.
I feel this feeling when you score.
Yeah.
No? It's like good feeling, so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just opened a drink, by the way. Non-alcoholic, but big up. Cheers to the new year, guys. Those of you in the UK, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me in this time. Hopefully you guys are as happy as Enzo looks like.
Ciao, ciao Hong Kong.
I'm sorry, I think that clip is hilarious, bro. Seeing Enzo butcher the Chinese language is horrible. Oh shit, bro. Hey, for New Year's, guys, for New Year's. There's definitely a resolution. I'm sorry, that Enzo clip just cracked me up, bro. Oh man. Yeah, big up, guys. Thank you so much for the wonderful year here on Casually FC. All right, let's keep it up. All right, so when we wake up on when is our next game? It's against City. I keep forgetting to look when the next game is. It is Sunday, January 4th. So when we wake up Sunday morning,
Hurry up. Chelsea plays in 1 minute.
exactly. So yeah, big up, guys, big up. Okay, let me catch up with the chats, guys. I'm sorry I'm taking forever to read through all these, but you guys are very chatty and you don't like what I'm saying, so it's okay. Well, not some of you. Same way Maresca is asking out will be the same way some of our favorite players will ask out over time. We are now stepping stone club to bigger ambitions. That's what I'm worried about, Gabriel. I'm not gonna lie. And I think Maresca clocked it. Maresca chooses to play Tosin. Our football looks shit now. I want winning football. All right, well, maybe you presented in the chat a proposal. Maresca chooses to play Tosin, but we keep being told that he is told to rotate. So I don't know what to believe anymore, DHL. So it is what it is. DHL, how about you run the club? I want to see how this goes. You know what I've been thinking, guys? low key. I kind of been thinking, you know, we all want to be managers. We all have our ideas on how the club should be run and all this stuff. What if I just started a football manager campaign? Like, what if I ran the club? Like, maybe I'm waffling. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And the best way to prove it, probably, besides actually running Chelsea, would probably be football manager, right? And I stream it, and you guys see if I am the fraud. What do you guys think? You guys tell me. You guys tell me in the chat. Tosin was getting isolated 1v1 by wingers every game at the beginning of the season. We have structurally / coaching issues y'all don't want to address. We're deorganized. That's not a bad point, T. I'm not gonna lie. That's not a bad point. You could say that's a structural issue. And at the same time, you're not also wrong, because I don't remember Tosin being this bad last season. But is it a fall off for him because he's one of the older players? Like, is he not adapting? Like, I don't know. Is it Levi Cole? Levi Cole really holding his hand? Like, that's where, like, I'm not fully on board with what you're saying, TK, but I see where you could potentially be coming from. So I ain't gonna even disagree with this. That is something that Maresca potentially could be at fault for. Players like Tosin should not even be here. Well, that's also, it's crazy how that comment followed the previous comment. That's my argument in general, is just that there should be better players in this team like Tosin. I would give up Tosin for Thiago Silva in a flash, guys, in a flash. We have never in my entire life over 30 years seen Chelsea with a squad that could play possession football. Even our elite squads couldn't play Barca football. I mean, I don't know, DHL. You could look back at history and maybe make that, like, sure, maybe it's just ingrained in us. Maybe we're just meant to be counter-attacking, high-intensity attacking football for the rest of the time that we remain at Stamford Bridge. Maybe it's just a curse. You know, ghosts of past Chelsea teams just hold our players and we can only play that style of football. I would like to believe that the football is going to change over years as players come and go and managers come and go and ownership changes. Like, I would like to believe that this Chelsea team is able to play another type of football outside of Jose Mourinho's type of football, or Carlo Ancelotti's type of football, or Conte's type of football, or Tuchel's, like the three at the back. Maybe we just need to go back at three at the back. Simple, three at the back. Give me some wing backs. Maybe we needed Ruben Amorim, guys. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to say to this, DHL. I'm sorry. Big up Marshall. I'm so disappointed in Enzo Fernandez. I've clocked that we can't play him with Palmer. We need more defensively minded midfielder. I'm not going to lie to you, 103 days. I think one thing I'm gonna say Maresca needs to stop fucking doing if he's even here tomorrow. Can you please stop playing Palmer in 10? Can you just put him in the right wing like he did in Club World Cup and we can call it a day? Because you're relying on, if your system, this is where I say like this is partially where Maresca is wrong. And we're gonna go for a little bit more than an hour, guys. It's okay. I still gotta say what I had to say on the Bali and then we'll call it a night. But in terms of, and again, if you're just tuning in, Happy New Year. So big up to you guys. Again, this is the New Year hour, last new hour. So big up to you guys. We're just having fun. We're chilling. We're talking with chat. And I'm catching up with you guys because I feel like it's been a while since we had like a one-to-one, you know. One thing I was saying about Maresca, right, is that one thing that frustrates me about Maresca, DHL, HA, you guys listening that don't want Maresca here, even Extel, I think you're to an extent kind of Maresca out. I can't stand the whole Cole Palmer only 10 thing now. Like you saw what he could do at right wing. Like I don't mind you playing him as a 10, but switch it up, man. Switch it up. Like okay, even better example here. Like me as a manager, if I want to bring Cole Palmer, wow, I sounded Western as fuck there. Sorry. If I want Cole Palmer to be back at his best, especially after a groin injury that he's still playing through and he's still recovering from, which fine, we don't give Saka that excuse. To be fair, Saka right now is not is not really on fire right now, but whatever. My point being is that, all right, slowly reintegrate him into the team. Your system requires goal scoring and attacking wingers. Play him in the wing. Play him in the wing. I know it's a simpler position for him, right? And you want him to play in the 10, which is a much more complicated position because you have to make a lot of decisions and you're essentially the heart of the midfield, right? The heart of the team and the attack. Play him in the right wing. Play him in the right wing. Let him get back to his best and his confidence up on that right wing. And then slowly, one game, play him in the 10. Put him back in the right wing. Put him back in the right wing. 10 again. Right wing. It helps you be unpredictable. That was the one thing you were doing in Club World Cup. Against Benfica, Palmer in the left wing. Against PSG, Palmer in the right wing. Palmeiras, Palmer in the 10. You never knew where Palmer was going to show up. And no matter where he showed up, he was dangerous because you didn't set up for him. You were unpredictable. Now, you're way too predictable. Way too predictable. We already know what the lineup is going to be most of the time. And we're shocked when it actually isn't what we want it to be, which was Esteval, which, by the way, I'll get on Esteval as well real quick. Actually, I'll just do it right now real quick. I'm okay with the way he's managing his minutes. I'm totally fine with that. The last thing I want is a Neymar 2.0 where it was a glass cannon. I just don't want that. That's the fear that I have because Neymar's career ended much shorter than it should have, and it didn't have the longevity that it should have had because of the amount of abuse his career took in the very beginning. And that was just the Brazilian league. He never came to the Prem. The Prem, even though the Brazilian league is physical, the Prem is much more physical. And we're talking top best players in the world. So in order to protect Esteval, I get it because I'd rather have Esteval for 8 seasons. That's if he were to stay, right? I'd rather have Esteval for 8 seasons than just 3. That's where I'm getting at. And he's already gotten hurt this season. Look at how fragile the kid is. He's a tiny kid. He sticks. He's fucking skin and bones, bro. He hasn't put up that physicality yet. And he's still young, so he's not gonna like prioritize health and recovery like Reece James's, Thiago Silva has. But like you gotta manage the minutes. I agree. He should have played some games. Like Estevilla should have been there. Important games, I feel like Esteval should be playing those, but I don't know. I'm okay with the managing with the minutes. I understand where people come from though. Let me catch up. I'm sorry, guys. The myth that we played low block football under Mourinho is confusing to me. Not low block, but we did park the bus, right? Like we were a counter-attacking team. Well, we had beautiful counterattacks. There's no denying it. And I don't want to paint a picture like it was ugly football. But, you know, there was a reason we were called boring Chelsea, right? These owners have ruined the club. This is the summary pretty much. No managerial changes will help. Yeah, sackable offense. That's kind of where I'm at. He won the November Player of the Month. Is not good. We sack him. Wait, who won the November Player of the Month? Sanchez? Is that what you're talking about? Nope. Or Manager of the Month? Is that what you're talking about with Maresca? I don't know. He called Igbali a meatball.
Being an Italian man, should pineapple be allowed on pizza?
No.
Like Bali came into the room with pineapple pizza. And Maresca said, I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done. Fuck this club. Maresca will go for better or for worse. Yeah. He's linking himself to other clubs and playing games in the media. That in itself is sackful. TK, you know what? That's not wrong. You're not wrong. Yeah. In that sense, yeah. I see where you guys are coming from with the whole drama with Jorge Mendes and shit like that. I see what it is, but I think he was trying to do a clean cut from Chelsea, unlike Poch. So maybe this was already planned beforehand. Once he saw he didn't get a center back, he said, fuck this shit. I'm working with fucking Tosin? Fuck out of here, bro. Club World Cup is good. Rest are expected. Yeah. I think I understand what you meant. By the same logic, we didn't know if Maresca would be better than Poch or Potter before they gambled on him either. So it's the same shit, bro. Yeah, I don't disagree. DHL, I don't know if you heard in the beginning of the show, I did say it, like, at this point, if you're Maresca out, I get it from the point of view of, like, you really can't change anything other than just sack the manager and hope for the best. I just don't agree with it because he's not in a position right now where it's impossible to get top four. It's impossible to win the Carabao Cup. It's impossible to win FA Cup. It's impossible to win the UCL. Like, actually, how many of you in chat don't think we're going to advance to the next round of the UCL? I'm really curious how many of you guys actually don't think we're going to advance to the next round. Because, you know what? I'm not going to say anything. Just tell me your answer. He overperformed for finishing 2 points above Newcastle and 3 points above Forest on the final day. The cope is hilarious. In top four. In the top four. How many points? Hold on. Because, again, we're leaving out context, right? Yes, your favorite word, DHL. 2 points behind City. So are we going to criticize City's bad season, right? For not finishing convincingly above Chelsea, who are shit, who have a shit manager? Five points behind Arsenal. So, I mean, we're on course right now, by the way, at this halfway point. We're on course to finish pretty much around the same points we ended the season on. Just letting you know. Or ended last season on. FYI, people. Which, again, is another reason why I wouldn't sack him, because it doesn't look like we aren't going to make top four. Yeah, you can be worried about it all you want, but Chelsea do improve at the end of the season. Statistically, that's been more proven than not. Enzo for interim. Just get him. Your first example of Enzo was under Poch. Hilarious. To be fair, I think the best Enzo was under Potter. I agree, DHL. I agree. No, I just said, no, the DHL, it was just an example of Enzo having a good game where he dominated the midfield and all that shit. That was under Poch. Yeah, I agree. I think the best version of Enzo was under Potter, but I just can't remember what game specifically he was like man of the match and carried the team. Finishing about Nottingham Forest overperformance now. The protection to this guy is crazy. Nottingham Forest finished above, like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, 7th place, 6th place, 5th place. Those are the teams that were there. We finished in 4th place. Why can't you just say that? We also finished above Everton. Like, what are you trying to say? Like, we finished above teams because we were the 4th best team. It's that simple. Like, Doesn't matter what the fuck team was under us. Like, teams, are we gonna be ashamed now if Villa finish above us? They're a better team than us. It's that simple. Right now, they're a better team than us. It's shame. It's a shame. It's fucking horrible. But they're a better team than us. Unai Emery is a better manager than Maresca. I will say that with chest. I don't feel any shame in saying that. He is. He is. If Maresca gets sacked, I would take Unai Emery. I would take Unai Emery. Is he going to be the answer? No. But I think at this point, we're just going to have to run the club the same way we've been running it under Roman. Sack, fire, and just get short-term results until like Bali's gone. I'm still in 2025 with our form. Yep. Is the news true? Vader, I think he's leaving. Happy New Year's, casually chat. Big up. Maresca resigning. Yep, I think it's true. Happy New Year's. I'm ready 3 hours in. It's cozy here in 2026. Nice, bro. Nice. Don't let Chelsea ruin your 2026, people. We are leaving Clown Lake in 2025. I hope so, Coco. Big up, Keyshawn. Lack of leaf? I don't know how to say your username. I'm sorry. Lack of the leaf. Happy New Year, casually. 2026 is Esteval's year. I hope so. I'm looking forward to the World Cup to see him play. Tosin was serviceable. What the fuck happened to him? I think it was Levi. I think Levi Cole helped him a lot. I ain't gonna lie to you. Tosin's sale equal Maresca's compensation pack, and it's a win-win. Fair enough. Maresca is tired of these directors, in my opinion. I agree. We never bought the players to play possession style football. We should have got a manager and players accordingly, but we never did. That's the thing. That's what I'm trying to say. And you're new to the chat, so maybe you can Colt Palmer, yeehaw. Maybe you can talk some sense to other people in my chat. Palmer on the right, Esteban on the left. Bruh, that would cook. But our 10 is questionable. Ciao Pedro. Or Buena Note. Yeah, I agree. Palmer, right wing, Esteban at the 10. Maybe Esteban at the 10. I don't know if he's ready, though. And I guess Esteban rated for the 10. See, there's already debate. He's not ready for the 10. You see? That's what I'm saying, people. Like, we can't come to the agreement here. Both Palmer and Esteban are better on the wings. Let's be honest. It's Tweedle D. Exactly. You know, I agree. Nuke Neto. Yeah. Palmer right wing, Enzo Cam, Esteban. This is kind of what I would go for. Because I think Enzo Fernandez is still good enough creatively that he can create some attacks. And he's gotten better at the 10. He wasn't good at the 10 with Poch, but he's gotten better at it. Whatever you want to believe about Enzo Fernandez. The performances haven't been there recently, but there are good performances in there. So I would do that and see how it works. As an experiment. Why not? The more time passes, Neymar is my GOAT. Yeah, that's fair. It's like Real Madrid. They never played Barca football. It's not their DNA. They have more UCLs of any club, and they have never given into possession style. I mean, it's just, yeah, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, I don't disagree. If you think it's a DNA thing, then sure. I think that's really superstitious, really. Like, I don't know. I feel like unless the DNA just comes from Stamford Bridge and into the players and injects the minerals, you know.
Let's have it right.
Like, I don't know if I believe that. Like, I feel like new players come and go, new managers come and go, and over time, like, just the way players play just changes. The lap is so mid, honestly. I was worried about how he's going to adapt to Chelsea. It's not like playing for Ipswich, bro. I don't care about Esteban's future. If we aren't winning now, what's the point? If we don't win, he will want to leave our club, Marshall. It's not about winning now. It's about winning. What I want DHL is to win consistently, like City were. That's what I want. I want to be like Man City, where not Man City now or last season. I want to be like that Man City team was before Kevin De Bruyne, Gundogan, Kun Aguero, all these players, when they got Haaland, all that shit. I want to be like that. And if that means I need to protect Esteval this season so that he can be that catalyst for me to win me the league and win me the UCL for 5 seasons straight, but I don't need the success. I don't get the success in the first 3 years. I rather that. That's just a preference of mine. I'm willing to be patient. I'm willing to be patient now for long-term gains. It's like an investment in a sense. Like, if you want fast money, Sure, go to the casino, put 100 on black, and maybe you get lucky and you walk out there with a lot of money, or maybe you flub. But you keep trying and trying, and then eventually you win, right? Sure, you could go that method. I'm more of a style of like, let me maybe buy a house right now, and in a few years, that's not a good example either. Maybe even buy a stock right now that relatively, if I'm patient enough, the company will grow and I will make a lot of money off of it. I'm not looking at it from a money point. I'm looking at it from a winning point, results point. So that's the way I see it. I rather sacrifice the now for the future. I take Jackson over Delap. I 100% agree with you. Yeah, I got to see him play it more at the 10 to come to that conclusion. Fair enough. Esteval on death row contract. Gotta take a lot to get him. It is going to take a lot to get him. We parked the bus against Barca and teams like that. We used absolutely violate everyone, especially Arsenal and mid-table teams. Yeah, I know. We should, to be fair, we you said 7:13 breaking news. Let me check PYS. But yeah, like, to be fair, yeah, we used to do that. We just don't do that now. Whoa! The Guardian Sport reporting Enzo, Maresca, and Chelsea are highly likely to part ways today. Sources have indicated Maresca wants to leave the club. An appointment of Liam Rosignol would much depend on the quality of replacement Strasbourg could find now. Sheesh! Yeah, that's the Guardian reporting it. Not sure what to make of the Guardian, but yeah, man, it's not looking good. It's not looking good, Chief. Oh well. Are highly likely. Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I read. Thank you, CSC Stevens. I appreciate it, brother. Yep, Ahmed, I just read that. The pineapple pizza was the last straw. Yep. So I'm saying Badish is only slightly better than Tosin. Slightly is not good enough. We're not winning CL, that's for sure. Not like this. Yeah, not like this, Dead Toll. But if the team steps up, we know what they can do at their best. They're teasing his sacking. Okay, yeah, they are. Marshall is ahead of all Chelsea creators. He started in Maresca leaving stream last year. True. I don't know Marshall, but he's basically offering himself to clubs, especially with Jorge Mendes. Yeah, DHL, I'll be real with you. In that instance, I get what people are saying. That's kind of what Lukaku was kind of doing. So in a sense, like, but I don't blame him. That's the thing. I don't blame him. These owners suck, man. Smash the like button, guys, please. How many points are we behind Villa? Well, ask me again at the end of the season. That's really all I care about, DHL. Would you take Seth Fabregas as new Chelsea gaffer? Mine, lols. I don't care. Just bring anyone. I'm so defeated when it comes to this structure. I just think if we do get some good results, if we do get some trophies, if we do get, top 4 or even win the league, I think it'll be by accident until these directors and Iqbali are in this building. So it is just throw paint at the wall and see what happens with this one. I don't care. I'm defeated when it comes to this stupid fucking directors and ownership. The same thing happened last season with the chill guys thing. Yep. Would you take Seth? Yeah, I read your comment. Yeah, I would. Fuck CFC London. You guys can enjoy Liam Rosignol. I'm joining Man City for the foreseeable future. Vaster retort. It's been a while, bro. Welcome back. Enjoy Turkey. Hey, I might join you too, to be honest. Y'all laughed at me about Turkey. Y'all's tune is really changing really quickly about Turkey. I'm just saying. Some of you still laughing. Hold on to your horses then. Hold on to your horses, because Turkey's getting like a GNA every game right now. It's not superstitious the fact that possession-based football requires more unique profiles and other styles to be successful, hence why most people don't fully go for that style. Yeah, fair enough. When you mean profiles, you mean just managers or specific players in a team. Esteval isn't going to sit and wait around to win stuff while we think about his career at this age, 27. We'll see, DHL. Contracts are a thing, As soon as Real Madrid come, he's gone. He might. They just have to pay. Smash the like, hype the video, subscribe, everyone. Big up, Pierre Romero. I appreciate it. That one dude. Rosignol is worse than Maresca. That one dude. Listen, I want Maresca to stay, but people want him out, and I'm telling you right now what the replacement's gonna be. it's like, again, I don't need hindsight, people. I can tell you exactly what's gonna happen. The playbook. And listen, the prediction about the results and stuff, like second place, UCL win, that's all fine and dandy. When it comes to what the club is going to do during the model and the ownership, that's predictable as shit. And I can tell you right now, it's going to be roasting your people. If you're saying Maresca out, I understand. But if you're saying Maresca out, you're saying roasting your in. That's what's going to happen. So, do you want Maresca or do you want Rosignol? Or do you want to take the bullet in between the eyes? So, I do not want the Liam guy from... Oh, there you go. But you want Maresca out! That's the thing, DHL. So, I'm sorry. You're gonna get... I don't want to be disrespectful because I like Rosignol. But I can't help myself and say, you're gonna get light-skinned Potter. I'm just that dead ass light-skinned Potter. Enjoy Liam Rosignol. Liam Rosignol is gonna be painful to watch for a while. He will come good. He will be good, but oh my God. Imagine Sanchez at left center back. He could do it with Penders. Penders is good, but I don't know if he's 10 times worse, but he's definitely not better than Maresca, I'll tell you that. Based on what I've seen, because I have watched him. Kelly Potter, if I skipped your comment, I am so sorry. I did not see it. I'm sorry. I don't see it here. I don't know when you commented, but I did not mean to skip it if I did skip it. Rosignol 0 wins in League One since November, by the way. Yeah. I mean, he's doing good in Conference League, but I know you guys don't care about that. Conference League is really good, though, for Strasbourg's level. But yeah, he's... I've been watching the rest of Retort. I don't mind him, but he's going to take a lot of time. He's not going to get it right the first season. Like, if we get Rosignol, the rest of the season is a write-off. We're not winning any trophies. We at least have a chance with Maresca, but we're not winning any trophies with Rosignol. And top 4, you could probably say goodbye, because this form is going to continue. We're going to have some wins here and there, but this form is going to continue because Rosignol is going to experiment a lot. If Maresca leaves, so must the sporting directors who picked him and every manager that has failed before him. Yeah, I agree, but that's not going to happen, unfortunately. I finally caught up to chat. I'm so sorry, guys. That was a lot. You guys were very opinionated today. But yeah, in terms of this right now, I can kind of give you my hopes and dreams of what is going to happen to Chelsea. And at this point, with what's realistic, what I hope will happen is that, listen, Maresca's done. It's cooked. Like, he's getting sacked, or not sacked, but he's leaving. So we're fucked in that department. It is what it is. It's gonna be Rosignol. Yeah, big up Oliver. Yeah, I understand. Oh, but that's what I mean, yo. By profiles, I mean type of players, Roger. It's extremely expensive and difficult style. Ah, I see what you're saying. All right, that's fair. So yeah, in a sense, it is in our DNA. Okay, I see what you're saying now. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll see what happens, bro. You're gonna get one. It's not up to us, unfortunately, DHL. Just because I don't want Maresca doesn't mean I want to scruff for Strasbourg. Two things can be true. Not in this case. Not under Blue Co. Only one thing can be true, and that's the pipeline of managerial pipeline that we have. That's the thing. Like, you have a problem at left wing? Don't worry. It's coming down the pipeline. It'll get here eventually. Just be patient. Oh, you have a problem with the manager? Don't worry. It's coming down the pipeline. You'll be here shortly. Just be patient. Oh, problem with the directors? Don't worry, we set up a pipeline for that one as well. It's coming down as well. Why do you think Dave Follows got hired and all this shit? If Win Stanley and Lawrence Stewart get sacked, who do you think comes in and takes over their positions? The people that we hired. Yeah. Kelly Potter, what's up? Do you agree with Don CFC? He said that Chelsea has better players than Arsenal in every position except center backs. No, not really. I feel like there's more positions. You guys have the better center backs. I would argue our goalkeepers are relatively the same. Relatively. Sanchez has been pretty good. Guys, this is a crazy thing to say, but I think some of you might actually agree. And someone in the Discord said it. Big up to the Discord. Sanchez might actually be our player of the season this season. I can't lie. Sanchez might be becoming the player of the season. Because even if you want to make the argument of Caicedo got sent off a few times this season against Arsenal. That was a big one. Big letdown. Horrible. He's had some pretty bad games this season, like Bayern and Arsenal, obviously. You can criticize Caicedo, but in terms of our team, but yeah, you could make the argument Robert Sanchez has been better, but I would take Reset right back over Timber any day. I would take Cucurella at left back. Even with the Reset right back thing, he's been injury free for about a season. Timber came into this this Arsenal team injury prone, I should say. This is his first season where he's really getting a hard crack at right back, and he doesn't provide enough in the attack or in build up to really convince me he's better than Reset right back. So there's that. In terms of the midfield, I would take Declan Rice and Moises Caicedo together. I don't need to keep Enzo. You could probably put Odegaard. No. I would take Cole Palmer in the 10, Saka in the right wing. Left wing, honestly, probably Martinelli's your best bet there. We don't have anyone. Unless you want to put Esteval there, then Esteval would be better. And then in terms of striker position, I can't believe I'm saying this. Either Kai Havertz or fucking what's-his-face are better than what we have. So no, I don't agree with Don that every player, barring the CBs, is better. I think Arsenal it's a 50-50. My only dream is that either the owners luck into a good manager or these sporting directors keep having to sack. Yeah, and that's where we're at. Sanchez has been good, I can't lie, and I hate him. Yeah, everyone hates him. But okay, back to what I was saying, right? My hopes and dreams for this club. So, new year, by the way. So big up if you're watching from the UK. If you're just tuning in, Happy New Year's. Cheers. And yeah, in terms of this club's future, I'll be real. At this point, it's just hope. It's just hope that certain things happen at the club. And what I hope happens is that at this point, changing the manager, I don't think it's going to change a damn thing. I think the core and the crux. What's the word? Crux? It's crux. Okay. I think the crux of the issue is in the recruitment. I don't even hate the model, guys. I think the model's fine. I think you just have to negotiating, which was horrible from our directors. And I think the profiles you go for need to be better. Again, all of us here, most of us here in this chat, in this community, could have told you Garnacho was not going to work out. Most of us in this community could have told you 60 million pounds for Gittins is not worth it. Most of us were not for João Pedro for 60 million. Some of you guys did get ahead of yourselves and say signing of the season already. I get it. We were in the hysteria of Club World Cup, and he was brilliant during Club World Cup. But do not present to me an energy you cannot withhold, that you cannot withstand. And I always knew João Pedro was a very hot, cold player. He's hot, cold. He was hot and cold in Brighton. He might come good at the end. He might still, like all the Brighton signings we've gotten, might become a great player in the future. But it's not there right now. It's not there right now. And then Buenanote was an operating Ponzi scheme. I promise you. Who else did we get? I don't even remember. Liam Delap, bro. Most of us were concerned about how an Ipswich striker was going to look like at Chelsea. Mind you, a good amount of teams were after Liam Delap, but I don't know. I haven't seen enough of it this season, and he's Prem proven, so he doesn't have the excuse like Gittins, for example, who's young and coming from a different league. He don't have that excuse. I'm willing to be patient with Gittins in that sense. He frustrates the fuck out of me. Don't get me wrong, guys. He does frustrate the fuck out of me, but I am willing to stick to my guns about I am gonna give players from a different league a season to adapt. I am consistent with that shit. Like, I am very consistent with that. It's not changed in the 5 years I've been doing this. So, in terms of the players that we're getting, I think that's the core of the issue. And the only way that changes is if Iqbali goes. And at this point, Iqbali, if you've gotten this far into the video, Happy New Year. And smash the like and subscribe and do all that fun shit, right? But if I were to have a message to Iqbali, I would say this. Brother, make your profit, sell it to Bowley, and get the fuck out. Deadass. That's how I feel about it. Get him out. Because at least with Bowley, and here's the thing. I'm not saying Bowley is better than Iqbali and all this shit. I think both ideas can be combined to be something more efficient. I will take the sporting knowledge and the ambition to win and the ambition to be involved with the sport and the ambition to even make big name signings from Bowley and the model that Iqbali wants to run, right? And even then, like, I think Bowley would be a little bit more flexible with that model. If you get, okay, how about this? If you give Bowley directors rather than him just be the director himself, I think we would 100% see the fruits of that labor, and we'd be in a much better position right now as a club. Because the way I see it right now with Iqbali and how he's micromanaging everything, this is a volatile club to work for. And I'm worried we will never, ever get a worthy manager that will stay here and want to work with Iqbali and Blueco and Clear Lake for the long term. Because, like, if I ask most of you guys probably want the project. You're probably done and sick and tired of sacking and trying managers until it works. You probably want something that's sustainable, similar to Arsenal, but with actual trophies. I think all of us in this chat want to be like Man City. And it's true. I want to be like Man City, but with this ownership, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. I'm now convinced more than ever that after the fourth season of seeing this, I'm more convinced that that's the trajectory we're doing. We're always going to be a wannabe Man City, and we're going to fail at it because unlike Man City where Sheikh Mansour just hires people to do the footballing side of things, that's not what Iqbali wants to do. Iqbali wants his hands on everything. It's an investment to him. Unlike Sheikh Mansour, who buys players that the manager needs at no matter the price. No, we have a model, we have a pipeline that we want to commit to. So we're going to buy 16, 17, 18-year-olds every window with one or two, signings that you could potentially do something with, right? So that's where, again, I go like, what manager is going to come in and prosper in that? At what point is my club going to prosper in that at all? It's not how it works. It's never been done. You're trying to revolutionize the way football ownership works. And it's like, brother, can you at least learn how football works first before you try to revolutionize it? Can we learn how to bake before we try to make bread? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like there's levels to this, and you want to just jump into being a revolutionary of the game, which to some extent, yes, Chelsea under this new ownership have revolutionized how teams go about transfers and contract lengths and all that stuff. But What the fuck do I care about that? Like, just come in and play the game, learn the game, succeed in the game, and then go and revolutionize shit. But no, Iqbali is, I don't know. And it does stem from the top, guys. Like, that's the thing too. Like, as much as we want to be all about, you know, oh, but that's just the way things are, and we have this manager and we have these players and all this shit. At the end of the day, it does trickle down. Those type of behaviors does trickle down, and this whole civil war between Iqbali and Boli, it's gonna be unsettling when we don't have a clear aim as to where we want to go, when the goalpost constantly shifts, when we constantly have different windows, when we're constantly chopping and changing the team. Look at how many changes we made to the team last season. All those players that we recruited, and now all of a sudden so many of them are gone, and so many options are gone. The team last season is drastically different than the team this season. The core is finally starting to build. The spine is finally starting to be there, but we're not supporting the spine either. And we still need a good center back, like another good center back. I should say, you know what? Leave it call if he comes back. Fine, you can say he's part of the spine, but we still need a good striker. We don't have a striker, and that's part of the spine. And they've overlooked it. How many times? They were willing to spend money on, and I appreciate that they did. They're willing to spend money on Enzo, Caicedo, Palmer, you know, well, Palmer wasn't really expensive, but you know what I'm saying, right? They're willing to splash the cash on those players who we all knew were going to be good, right? You didn't need scouting to know they were going to be great players. Okay, well, you can make the argument about Enzo Fernandez, sure, but whatever. You get what I'm saying, right? There's a spine there of consistently playing players, core players to the team that you want to build around. You haven't done that with the striker. And I get it. You're all paranoid about Raheem Sterling, the wages, Lukaku. Oh my God, what a terrible model. Bro, sometimes you got to take risk in football. Yeah, smart risk, but man, if you get rid of Sterling's wages off the books, I don't mind if you go and splash the cash on the striker and he flops again. Sure, you should have done better scouting, but you took the risk. You took the risk, and that's one risk out of 10 other positions, 20 other positions in the roster, in the club, in the team. So it's just like one bad apple isn't gonna kill your whole entire project. And that's why, like, for me, it's like, I think Iqbali needs to go, because this strict regimen of it has to be this model. You have to go through the pipeline. We have to get these players. You have to improve them. There's only this. Every game, we're going to talk about your tactics and your subs and where you can improve. Listen to this podcast. Take this advice. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's tiring. It's tiring. I wouldn't want to work in that environment. I don't blame any manager for not wanting to. So until Iqbali leaves, we are stuck in this situation. It's depressing. I'm sorry to start off the new year like that, guys, but it's just the reality. It's just a reality. And listen, like I said, many of you probably were saying, oh, I told you this years ago and stuff like this. I don't do that shit. I don't do that shit. Me personally, I'm not a predictions merchant. I'm not gonna say something for the sake of saying it and then be right 9 times out of, or be right 1 time out of the 10 times a year. No, I'm not doing this broken clock gimmick, okay? If I'm gonna make a judgment and I'm gonna make assessments and say these things that I want to say with chest and really believe them, I need shit to back it. I don't just blindly go into an ownership and say it's gonna fail, right? Like, it's like that dilemma of I don't know what the example is called, but there are people out there that one time a rock fell on their foot and broke their toe, and ever since then they wore steel toe shoes because that one time it happened, and it's miserable. They hate steel toe shoes, feet sweat, or what. I'm doing a weird example, but it's like, it's an inconvenience, but they live with that inconvenience because they're convinced that in case a boulder falls on my foot, and then the one time it does happen again in 20 years, they're like, you see, that's why I wore steel toe boots. I'm not doing that. What the fuck? That's some psycho shit. I'm sorry. I'm not from the get-go saying that Blue Coat's gonna fail without no evidence or nothing to back it. Nothing to back it. Now I have 4 seasons. Now I have 4 seasons where I see a trend from manager to manager, from recruitment, window to window, where I'm not convinced now. I've given you 3 seasons. We won a trophy and all that shit last season. It was a good trophy. I don't care what people fucking say. I don't care what the rivals say. You want to call it a friendly trophy? Cool. I have 100 million pounds as a result of it, or 80 million pounds as a result of it. So yeah, I would take 80 million pounds from a friendly trophy any day of the week. You would too. All right. So sure, if you want to call it that, fine. I'll take the money, cash money. But I was like, okay, cool. Let's improve on this. And I'm not seeing an improvement. In fact, I think we're getting worse. So it's just, Iqbali, as soon as you get your money, sell to Boli. Let him buy out the rest. Let's keep the model, but let's have the flexibility that Boli will probably bring. Because I don't like these directors either. I think we could have gotten better directors. I think there should be 1 director, mind you. I don't think it should be 2. Too many cooks in the kitchen, which I hate. So for one, either get a brand new director to oversee that director, right? One who's experienced like a Luis Campos, or I don't even know, Michael Edwards, if you even want to go there, right? To oversee them, or just get rid of them entirely, just hire 1 director. All right? Have a director, have a structure that can tame signings, because Boli, I don't want you to do the whole sign the biggest names that you know and hijack every signing. No, use recruitment, use scouting, but be willing to open up and say, oh, we need an experienced player in this position. It might not be financially feasible or smart, I guess, or efficient, but this is what the team needs to win now, and we're still building for what the team needs to win in the future. I think both can be sustainable. I think most of you would agree that in the beginning of the summer, when we were building this team, we realistically only needed a proper center back, a backup center back, to really challenge. Because I think all of us thought that João Pedro was going to solve the striker situation. Liam Delap will be good. And obviously, like, hindsight's 2020, right, guys? You can't predict that players are going to be as bad as they are going to be to an extent. That's why I was open about Garnacho. Let's see what's going to happen when he plays for Chelsea. It is a gambling game, but at the same time, you can make smart predictions. And I think having a proper center, like, you could have gotten Mosquera, and Mosquera probably would have made a big difference for us. I know that's hindsight and extent, but he was an option. He was an option. Why didn't the scouting or the recruitment find that option? You know, see what I'm getting at? Like, there was better options out there, and I just don't think the scouting and recruitment found the better options. So I'm rambling, guys, to an extent. Again, like, I'm not in the most positive state of affairs when it comes to Clear Lake, and especially now that I'm seeing all this news about Maresca. The Rosignol is going to take over. They're just going to find a replacement for him at Strasbourg. And yeah, you wanted Maresca out, but didn't realize what the end result was going to be, even though everyone's been telling you, like, there's no option for you here. This is what they're going to do. So it really is like, you're not the master of your own fate when it comes to Chelsea, unfortunately, Chelsea fans. It's going to be Rosignol, and he's not as good as Maresca right now. And so that's a part of the reason why people are defending Maresca, because they know that the end result is Liam Rosignol. We could think in an ideal world, but we don't live in an ideal world, and we're not in an ideal situation. That's what I'm trying to get at, guys. That's what I'm trying to get at. So it is what it is. Big up, you guys. Chelsea hour and 45. Hey, I said I was gonna do Chelsea extended, okay? allow me. For some reason, your chats weren't showing up as like new chats, but I think I'm pretty sure I know where you guys where I left off with you guys. So big up to you guys if you've been chilling the chat. That's pretty much my assessment of the situation until Iqbali leaves, which the situation where I could foresee. I do think Iqbali will eventually leave the picture when he gets his return on investment. That's it. once he gets enough money back where he finds it okay to sell Chelsea, he's made back his money because he works for an investment firm. If Bowley needed to get the money last minute, I get why he did it. Because the sale of Chelsea, if you want to believe it's orchestrated, then this goes against that belief. But normal situation, right? Where unfortunately, due to the circumstances that happened with the Russian-Ukraine war, we get stripped. It's a last-minute sale of Chelsea Football Club. Most times, 9 times out of 10, you would probably have that money ready if you're planning it. But it wasn't planned. It was last ditch, last minute. And I think that's why Bowley got the consortium. Because he didn't have the money by himself. So, Bowley, get the money. Buy whatever the cost is for Bali's share. Have majority ownership. Call the shots. Keep the model. But at least be flexible. And listen to the manager more. Right? Because right now, they ain't listening to the manager. Crux. Yeah, thank you. Smash the like button, people, on your way out or on your way in, depending on which way you're going. And Happy New Year again. We're going Chelsea hour into the new year, my friends. Chelsea hour into the new year. Maresca sacked in the morning. Sacked in 2026. Our directors and owners are acting like they possess God-given football knowledge that no one else is football possessed. They're trying to be clever, and it turns out to be stupid. I agree. Nah, Dodgers are cold. Bowley can stay. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think Bowley would be a lot easier to work with than in Bali. And I think Bowley would set up at least now, Bowley can see, okay, I see the benefit to your structure, but I see the downfalls too. At least keep the structure, put someone in charge, a football director or a CEO of football, and call it a day. And we were supposed to at some point. I don't know what happened to that. I don't think we ever got the CEO of football. The way we're going, especially behind the scenes, we're going to end up like Man United. That's a sad truth, ain't it? Some would say we're right there. Yo, wait. On the bright side, guys, the Mud Brothers are back. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, Mud Brothers are back. Yeah, 5th and 6th place Man United. The Mud Brothers are back. Reunited and it feels so shit. That's what it is. All right. Marty Silva. Would have been nice if that Marshall. But they didn't. They came in like it's all's and ripped the club apart to put their stamp on it. I think I understand what you're saying. Would have been nice. I think you're saying like in the idea where it would have been nice to just have Bowley. I don't know what you're trying to say, actually. All I know what you're trying to say is that they did definitely come in, rip up the whole entire thing, and make it their own. Which, too many changes too fast. Definitely did not help our situation. That was not good. So yeah, that doesn't help. But who is it here? I'm glad Maresca got his ducks in a row, got his agent in preparation of the bullshit hurled in his direction. I agree. Listen, Maresca gave me the most fire fucking 2025 in the world, bro. Maresca gave me a fire year of my life where I got to see Chelsea compete in a really competitive sense in the Club World Cup, which y'all are gonna respect sooner or later. Yeah, he gave me a good year, bro. I appreciate Maresca, man. But it is what it is. We part ways and hope for the best for him, man. I don't think he deserves half the shit he's getting. Maresca asked for a new center back after Cole got injured, but they couldn't give him that. Shake my fucking head. That's what I'm saying, man. Burger buns. You're speaking my speak. Caballero as an interim manager. I can't see who else takes in charge. Bro, bring back Bruno Saltor, man. Bring back Bruno Saltor. We don't miss with our interim. That's not true. We've missed with Frank Lampard pretty bad. This whole season would have been fine if Cole didn't get injured. Maybe. Like, Bali is a fucking scumbag. DHL, you said it. I agree. This last few years feels like a social experiment. Yeah, to an extent, you're right. I hope Maresca wins it all at City. Palmer and Steve about to go to Madrid or City. But yeah. Yep. Poch would never win anything with us. Yeah, I agree. To be fair, like I said, I think I was too harsh on Poch now in hindsight, knowing that this recruitment was the recruitment that it is. It's not a good working environment. But like I said, one criticism I have about Poch is that you knew we had a project, you knew what's best for Chelsea, and what's best for Chelsea is long-term. Because that's the thing. I think the managerial appointment of Maresca is fine. For the long term, we have the manager. We just need to make the team better. And the recruitment hasn't been good. We have not had a 10 out of 10 window. We have not had a 9 out of 10 window. We've not had an 8 out of 10 window. I think the highest in terms of windows we've had, maybe a 6.5 out of 10. We've not had good windows. And so like, it's just, you can't win like that, bro. You gotta have good windows. You gotta build good squad depth. And we have so many issues with our squad, bro. We are like 1 or 2 players away from actually being a serious club, but this club wants to believe in the pipeline. Yeah, at least Maresca won stuff with us, but now the relationship is broken all because they didn't sign a new center back. Maresca had to resort to Tosin. Yeah. Mediocre, but he won his trophies. He won his trophies though, DHL. That's the thing. And that's what I'm saying. Like, who do you want as a new manager then? Tosin. Like, it doesn't matter what the Chelsea fans want as a new manager. What matters is what Blue Co want as a new manager. So sack Maresca, okay, cool. Then enjoy Liam Rossignol. That's what's gonna happen. So the real question is, do you want Liam Rossignol or do you want to keep Maresca? Because that's the options you have. Or take a bullet in between the head. That too. But like, that's the options you have. That's the reality. You want me to speak facts? Those are the facts. That's what's gonna happen. It's either gonna be Maresca or it's gonna be Rossignol. And I'm telling you, I'd rather keep Maresca. I'd rather keep Maresca. It's not like you're mathematically out of top 4. It's not like you're out of cup competitions like you were last season. Like, something could still happen. The season could still turn around. We're not going to challenge for the league, so don't hope for that. And if that's your standard, then fine. Fire Maresca because you didn't challenge for the league. But the directors aren't going to go either. Like, I don't live in this Delulu world. I don't. So, and these are the options, guys. Rossignol or Maresca. That's it. Chelsea hour and 45. Chelsea 2 hours. Because 1 hour for the new year and 1 hour for the old year. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, let's make Tosin the manager. Why not? Why not? Never heard of trolling. Okay, never mind. Our club, a clown show though, so I don't matter. It's true. It's true. They want young players because they want low wages, but low wages means no top experienced players on big wages, which means they are happy with mediocrity. I mean, the thing is, the ownership definitely want to win, but they also want to win and be sustainably profitable. And I do think both can coexist, but you have to make the right decisions and you have to also be flexible and take chances. And they don't want to take chances. I understand why they don't want to take chances, but no one's asking you to sign Romelu Lukaku at 90 million for 300K a week, right? We're just asking for players that you're willing to pay, 1 or 2 players that you're willing to pay X amount that are going to instantly impact this team and instantly take this team to the next level. And if it doesn't work, well, you fucking move them on and we go from there, right? It's not like you couldn't move on Lukaku. It's not like you can't move on Sterling. Sterling just wants to stay in London, but that's an instance of Sterling himself wanting to stay in London, right? Most players aren't like that. So, and most players will find their way out. You don't have to go extravagant fucking wages. You don't have to go 500K a week. You can still be reasonable and get good players. Like, just one player. We don't need these crazy windows where we're getting 15 players, all for small margins. Again, they're treating it like an investment, and I hate it. I genuinely, I do hate it. I hate it. Like, you can have both, but not everything has to be an investment. You can have a pipeline of players to come, like young players, young talents, but you could do 2 or 3 less talents for one decent player. One decent player that can make an immediate impact in this team. And you could still get like 4 or 5 players. You don't have to go for 10 in a window. You can go 5 up and coming players, 1 good player. There could be a balance to it, and there's no balance to it, and that's the thing. Because we're not too many positions off of being a serious team. Our center back situation is dire, but 1 good center back, and we have a good center back situation. Our midfield's pretty set, whether you want to believe in Enzo Fernandez or not, but our midfield's pretty set. You could say we do need to replace Lavia, right, because injury prone. But it looks like we're doing that with Adam Morton or whatever. There's links out there. We'll see. Right wing, we have Esteval. You can use Palmer there. You need to fix the striker situation. You need to fix the left wing situation and the center back situation. 3 positions. And you can make the argument of goalkeeper. You don't need 10 signings. You need 4. And you can get immediate impact next season because the season's washed. And then you can still get young players that can take you, can be a pipeline. You can be ready for when those players you sign in next window are washed and done. Yes, you won't make profit on them, but you'll fucking make profit off the pipeline you have anyways. And you'll make profit off of the trophies you're winning that cover that. Like, I need to play Football Manager, guys. Have a great rest of your day, legends. Smash the likes on your way out up to Chelsea. Pierre Romero, big up to you. Having a happy rest of your old year and enjoy your new year, I should say. You're on the same time as me. By the way, Eastern time for someone who asked earlier. I forgot. It doesn't matter who the manager is. We got no center backs. It's true. Happy New Year's, legends. Big up, big up, big up. If Maresca leaves, we start all the way from 0. Another rebuild. I guarantee you if Maresca goes to City, he will win it all. Probably. But that's the thing. DHO. Okay, I just read this. Most managers have a good chance of winning stuff at City, but I guarantee you he gets sacked. So what does that say? If you're saying most managers have a chance of winning stuff at City, what does that say about our team? Is it the manager that's running? Well, okay, let me re-ask that. Is the issue, why is it that City, you have a good chance of winning stuff at City? Because of the setup? Because that's what it feels like you're saying right here. So then Burger Buns ain't wrong. Maresca could go to City and start winning shit. And then all of a sudden he looks like the next Pep. So it's like, I think it has to be both. DHL has to be a good manager and a good environment. I think we have a good, decent manager that could do stuff. I would like to see what he does when he actually gets what he wants. But we have a shit environment. The model works. They're so close. We just need a center back striker for fuck's sake. So frustrating. Thank you, 103 days. That's what I'm trying to say. You guys all agree we're a few positions away from fucking being in a good position. They want young players because they many with low wages. No chance we will sign mature, experienced players because they demand higher wages. Blue Co are happy with the mid-table and still profit. They want to win. Blue Co want to win, but they want to win it in their own way. They want to win it with the pipeline. They want to win it with the recruitment they've done. Grandpa Gus out of retirement home. Who's Grandpa Gus? Gusto? I don't know. Oh, Gus Hiddink. Hoodink as interim manager. Big up. Yeah. Happy 2026, Master Michael. And big up to all of you. Happy 2026 if you're watching from the UK. Cheers. As I drink my non-alcoholic beverage. Respect. Marshall has reached his limits. Respect. No, I have, man. I'm done, man. I'm so fed up. Like, obviously, I still don't want Maresca out. But at this point, I get it. You can't change the ownership. You can't change the directors. You can't change the whole squad. You can't do a rebuild. They're not going to. So the only option is sack the manager and hope we get a manager bounce. Maybe we win some stuff. And then we rinse and repeat until like Bali leaves, which I forgot to mention, guys. Sack the manager, rinse and repeat, manager bounce, get results until like Bali fucking leaves. And then maybe under Boli we can have a sustained project. Maybe. But it's just going to be up and down, the way Chelsea used to be, right? Let's just keep doing it. Xavi or Fabregas, check my boxes. LFG. Let's fucking go. Yeah, fair enough. Whatever. Happy New Year, DHO. Marshall, we need to start a daily fucking Bali movement. We got to get people to riot. Not riot, but protest. Protest, man. Fuck it. I might come to the UK with a little sign that says like Bali out. By their track record, they're not going to sign that one mature, experienced player. Margehi is available. I would love Margehi. Better managers have been sacked at City than Maresca. Pin this chat. If he goes to City, he gets sacked. He will go to Serie A where he came from. Where he can farm, not came from. Jesus. I mean, Parma, right? He was at Parma for a bit. Yeah, DHO maybe. We'll remember this one. I'll try to remember this one. Remind me in 5 years when it happens and you're in the chat and you came in with the same energy you came in today. Just remember. Managers have and remember this video so that we can recall it, right? Because you don't want to gaslight me either. Not like Vader Games, huh? Also, Vader, I need to talk to you. I keep forgetting to message you. We will talk. Managers have higher chances of winning the Chelsea too. Poch almost won. If not for Jackson and Gallagher, Maresca is not the end of the world. Yeah, it's not. But yeah, seeing Maresca winning at City Walls, we're stuck with Matisse's twin will. Yo, wait, hold up. Can I? Let me see something real quick. I need to see something real quick. Hold up, guys. Bear with me here. Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, wait, hold up. Hold up, hold up. Okay, hold up. Bruh. Okay, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold up. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this properly, alright? You prick. Hold on. Bear with me, people. I'm doing a social experiment right now. Okay? I'm doing a social experiment right the fuck now. Trying to get this thing to work, man. Can you get out of here? Oh my days. These images, bro. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Bruh. Google don't want to Google, bruh. Come on. Come on. Dog, can you just open the damn image in another freaking thing? Where is this? Open image in a new tab. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, cool. There you go. God damn it, Coco. Ain't wrong. Ain't wrong. All right, let me show you guys. 1 second. Let me show you. Let me show you. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, Matisse is gonna manage Chelsea. Let's go. Matisse is gonna manage Chelsea. Love to see it, bro. Love to see it. You can join forces. No. Nah, I'm okay. I won't join forces with that. I will remind you just like what you did. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, DHL. I need that reminder. That's crazy, dog. This is hilarious, bro. That nah, Coco, you're vile for that one. Respect March, the model does indeed work. It doesn't mean we can't tweak it every once in a while to get 2 signings that will get us over the last. I'm saying, man. Saskia Maresca for a world-class manager, sure, but these owners will get a weak one. That's what, yeah. That's what, if you sack Maresca for Carlo Ancelotti, I won't complain. I won't complain. Even if you bring in Jose, I wouldn't complain. Or Pep. I'm not gonna complain for those managers. or Luis Enrique. But that's not the option now, is it? It's gonna be Matisse's brother here, or Matisse. Matisse in. That's what I'm saying, bro. Matisse in. Yeah, that's. Matisse Senior, bro. Nah, this is killing me, dog. This is killing me. This is killing me, man. Oh man, Coco, you may have just made my night, bro. Oh my god, Coco, you may have just made my night. That's too funny, bro. That's too funny. Coco, can I steal that for a tweet? Just give me permission if I'm not allowed to do that, because I got a good tweet in my head that I would like to put out there. If not, I won't do it. I'll hold my joke for another time. But yeah, if you give me permission to use that joke, I appreciate you. Our club is finished. Yes, it is. Matisse from fan to manager. Yep, absolutely. I appreciate you, Coco. I got a good tweet. I got a good tweet for this one. Our next manager, Martise Armani. Oh man, that's hilarious. Yeah, good idea. Shout out Coco, Matisse Armani, our next manager. Oh my days, bro. That's a great one. Nah, that's just one more time. Just for y'all that just tuned in. Just one more time. Matisse Armani for manager. Just take a good look. Bruh. Okay, I'm done. All right, Chelsea, 2 hours, guys. All right, this is just what I do. I stream a lot. All right. By the way, I'm not gonna be finished streaming now. Some of you might not like this. It is what it is. But I do have a Patreon, and I've been meaning to stream on said Patreon. So yeah, by all means, you can check out the Patreon link in the description. I'm gonna be streaming some RE4. I do have a personal channel. By the way, in terms of New Year's, by the way, I'll say this, guys. Big up to every single one of you. Just to end today's stream, Happy New Year's to every single one of you. I appreciate you, all the support, all the help. If this is true, I would take him back over Garnacho any day. Over Garnacho any day, please. Also, big up Breezy. Nice seeing you in the chat as well. Love the tweets, but big up. But anyways, Happy New Year's to everyone in the UK. We do appreciate you. Appreciate the support you show. I appreciate the love you've shown over and over. And again, like I said, an American speaking on your local club and UK, listen, that's a tough pill to swallow, especially when you have owners like Baghdad and Bali and Recruitment trying to tell Maresca how to football. So I get from that situation, I get, you know, maybe people not being a fan of Americans speaking on Chelsea. That is what it is. But you've given me a chance and you helped me have this platform, and I do appreciate it. So thank you very much. And I hope to see more of you guys in the channel. I hope to have, you know, more growth in the community. In terms of New Year's resolutions, I don't really do resolutions. I have just a bunch of goals, and one of my goals is to keep working on the channel. Let's improve on a lot of stuff. Let's be more consistent with the content as well. I do want to. Guys, I am thinking about doing watch-alongs. Watch-alongs may be something that happens in the future, so be on the lookout for that. I'm going to try to set up, and we're going to make some big changes on Casually FC that will improve the quality of the content here, as well as the consistency. I'm going to lead more into it, and hopefully you guys do enjoy it, because I do have some quality reactions. I'm not going to lie to you. If you guys tune into the Discord, which we'll still continue that, if you tune into the Discord, you will... Man, you should have heard me after Man United with Pochettino. Ooh, goddamn. The things I've said. But yeah, I definitely am planning to do stuff like that. So hopefully you guys enjoy that kind of stuff. And I'm going to be putting more work on the channel. But for those of you who are watching as well that maybe, you know, are looking forward to the year, I wish you the best of luck at your health goals, your career goals, your ambitions, anything you want to do. I say lean into it, work hard, be ambitious, put the mileage in, put the work in, and things, even if you don't hit your goal, you're at least closer to it than you were before you started. And that's the way I see it. That's why I don't do resolutions. I do a bunch of goals. Let's improve, right? It's all about growth. It's all about maturity. It's all about that good stuff. So listen, I hope y'all grow. I hope y'all continue to prosper. I hope you guys achieve your goals for 2026. I hope you had a wonderful 2025. And I hope you had, I know Chelsea hasn't been great in 2025. World champions. I'll say that. World champions, okay? We had a decent 2026. We just didn't end it well, okay? So we didn't end 2026 well, but regardless, guys, let's have a better 2026. So I wish you guys the best. Really try your best to achieve those goals. Kick ass in 2026, and we'll see each other then. As far as me for the rest of tonight, if you are already on Patreon, I'll be on there. I'll be playing some video games tonight. I'll be hanging out with y'all into the new year because I'm not doing shit. And I don't want to. I'm recovering from food poisoning. So hence the non-alcoholic beer today, because I can't. I can't. So I'm recovering. But yeah, I'm going to be going on Patreon. I'm going to try to find a way to integrate Casually FC to the Patreon as well as some of the memberships in here. Just give me time to figure that out. And if you are interested in checking out the Patreon, I guess send me a message on Discord. I'll probably be able to send you the link to some of the members, because like I said, it's behind a paywall. I know some of you don't like that, but I do have to show the Patreon some love. Hassan, I think you're going to be there. You're one of the patrons. Happy New Year's, everyone. Thank you, Breezy. Very mixed. Yeah, it's a very mixed. Dr. Eggman ruining Chelsea as per usual. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Allow it. World champions. Thank you. Dr. Eggman. Yeah, Dr. Egg Bali man. Actually, I understand why they call him Dr. Eggman now. But yeah. Let's I'm gonna be going on Patreon, so if you're already a member, even at the lowest tier, shoot me a message on Discord or even on Twitter. I'll send you the link. You guys can come on to the Patreon, check it out, see what it's about. Like I said, I'm gonna one day see how I integrate it with the memberships, and yeah, come on over. We're gonna be playing some RE4 because that's one of my favorite games of all time. We're playing the remake. Some of you have not seen me play video games, and some of you who have seen me play video games saw me struggle through God of War, which is still a struggle. I'm not beating it yet, but I'm very close. Okay, but yeah, go on over to the Patreon. The link is in the description below. You'll see it in my link tree. Click on that. Hold on, am I waffling? I need to see if it works. And if you can't already tell, I am so chill when it comes to these types of streams. This is just streamer me. I just talk and I chill and I do whatever the fuck I want. There's no real show here. We're just hanging out. All right, Linktree. So my Linktree still works and my Patreon's there. So yeah, you guys can check out the Patreon. It's right there. We'll be there very shortly. I'm gonna say probably 9 o'clock my time. So that's 5 hours. 2 a.m. UK time. 2 a.m. UK time. I will be on the Patreon doing my thing. Like I said, if you want the link to the Patreon and you're a member, shoot me a DM either on Discord or Twitter, and I'll get you that link, and we'll see you there. But if not, we'll see you in tomorrow's show, because I'm doing a show tomorrow. I don't know what, but I should do a show. I think it's going to be the Casually Chelsea show. So, yeah, the Patreon isn't linked to this account, Hassan. I have to, it's a long project. I have to fix everything. So, all right, we're going to head on over there. Let's see who we should raid. Do you guys have any suggestions? Chat, who you guys want to raid? If you do, let it be known now, because I'm looking and I'm seeing Sarcasm City, which I'm more than happy to raid out to. So if your guys are cool with hanging out with Flawless, then 16K subscriber celebration part 2. Let's tell me. We'll head on over to Flawless. Who knows? I might even stop in for a little bit if he lets me, just to chat. But yeah, other than that, I don't know who else to raid. So you guys in chat, let me know if you're interested in anyone in particular. I just had this. Come on. I have to switch back to this. 1 second, guys. Also, any updated tweets, or are we still on the PYS one? Mujik IG, Happy New Year to all my fans. Please don't give up on me as I not give up on myself. Can't wait to see you soon. Okay, I see what Breezy was talking about. Okay. Whichever sends us. Okay, sounds good, guys. I'm gonna send you guys over to Flawless. So just bear with me as I set that up because I fucked this up. But yeah, you guys already know what to do. Smash up the like button if you haven't done so already. It does help out the channel tremendously. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel. Jimmy Spliff rated us too? Goddamn! Yo, Jimmy, thank you. Thank you for the raid. I just noticed it. Thank you for the raid, Jimmy. Appreciate you, my man. Hopefully you're doing well outside of Chelsea. When it comes to Chelsea, you're like the rest of us, bro. But hopefully you're doing well, my friend. Nice to see you're still making the content. But yeah, I'm wrapping it up as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and redirect this bitch over to Sarcasm City. There you go. So guys, you know what to do. Say what's up to Flawless. Show them that love. Let them know where you're coming from. There's the raid message. Copy and paste it if you're on desktop. Or if you're... I don't think you can copy if you're on cell phone, unfortunately. Or mobile, the proper term. So yeah, figure out a way how to do it if you want to do it. But yeah, we have some new members that I want to congratulate for becoming a member. But also everyone else here, because like I said, smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, check out the links in the description. The Patreon is in the link tree below, so if you want to join the Patreon, or if you are already a member on Casually FC, shoot me a message on X or Discord to get the link to the Patreon stream we're gonna have at 9 Eastern time, which is 2 a.m. UK time. I'm gonna be playing Resident Evil 1 some video games. We're gonna be relaxed, talking, chilling, stuff outside of Chelsea. So take your mind a little bit off Chelsea. You can still ask me about Chelsea, obviously, but it's more focused on just video games and just having fun and being me. But if you are a member at the proper casual or higher tier, we give shout outs at the end of every show. And that's going to go out to LA 1931, the Danzo, Mo Beta Blues, Platformer Guy, Gabriel A, JC, Lanre Sadiq, A Soliman, EE, and Adrian. Big up to you guys. Always showing the support, always showing that love. I reciprocate it as much as I can, and I hope I still can provide some good content for you guys to enjoy and pass the time. But bless to you guys, seriously. So happy to enter 2026 with the success that the channel's been having and the growth has been having, the community that we've developed here and the conversations that we've had, whether good or bad, or, you know, just non-agreeing. Hey, at the end of the day, I'm proud that we're not an echo chamber. I'm proud that we're not all Maresca out. I'm proud that we're not all Blue Co out. I'm proud that we're not all Maresca in, or the model in, or you know what I mean. All right. I'm just rambling at this point because I don't want to leave you guys, but I must go. So y'all have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you more. We'll see more next year, and hopefully tomorrow as well, because like I said, I got to make that show tomorrow, the Casually Chelsea show. So if all works out, I can make the show. We could talk about Maresca more. We're gonna have to make the show. Yeah, we gotta talk about Maresca because he's probably gonna resign tomorrow. So that's gonna be big news, and I want to be on top of it. So big up to you guys. Have a wonderful night. Enough of me rambling. Happy New Year. And until next time, as always, stay casual. Bye-bye.